told me.
And when did he tell
secretly-
you? When did he tell you?
After 2 years, and I said, where you going every time?
I remember this. Where was I going? I think I was going to another networking event.
Hola, 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 and welcome to Backlash Against The Bland, the podcast asked by you and answered by experts, artists and activists. We're dealing with the questions that young people are asking, but no one is answering. This week, we are hosting a conversation in response to the statement, get a real job, and the idea that jobs in the arts or pursuing a career in the arts is not a real job. We've all heard it. It annoys us all. This conversation is an extension of an event that we programmed back in August. We partnered with the RSC and the Rep to host Get a Real Job, a series of conversations between artists, one of which was myself, and their parents, one of which was my mama. Shout out to Mama Slinn. So we approached Ahsen Sayeed and his mother Shagufta to come in and chat to us about their relationship, their dynamic, and how this question and expectation that an arts job does not qualify as a real job has affected their relationship. And we had a really lovely conversation. So I'm really excited to bring this to you this week. Let us know what you think. Hello, listeners. Smooth. We are here on a Friday evening in our offices in conversation with Ahsen and Shagufta Sayeed. And we're talking about the reputation of artists, about choosing the arts as a career, and telling our parents about this awful truth that we have decided for ourselves. So Ahsen's here with his mum. Ahsen, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, so... well, you've already said my name, so I don't need to say it twice. But I am a photographer and filmmaker based in Birmingham. I've been a photographer for about 5 years now. I quickly climbed the ladder in the wedding industry and doing photos within weddings and videos within weddings. But I slowly but surely got a bit bored of that, which is why I have delved into becoming more of an artist. So here I am.
Here we are. And Shagufta, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Shagufta Sayeed, and I'm Ahsen mom. This time I'm housewife. Before I'm working. Some sewing. I read a long time I'm working in wedding dress sewing, English wedding dress, and after that I'm working in my house because I had 3 children, 3 boys small with me, and then I'm alone, no husband. Then I start my house. I start sewing clothes, Asian clothes, and painting, clothes painting. Wow. And I done it some henna, bridal henna, and makeup, hairstyles. This is my house job.
So she's done a bit of everything, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So you're very creative as well.
Yeah. I'm not free. All the time I'm working. Nighttime, children going sleep, and then I start painting work for ladies' clothes, decoration, and like this, it's all the time I'm busy.
Going back in time, back to past Ahsen. Dun, 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 dun. And when the first time you picked up a camera, when did you start? When did you realise that this was something that interested you? Was it a hobby?
Okay. My brother's going to be very angry with me now because he's going to be listening to this and he's going to find out for himself. Yeah. So, my brother, he bought a camera, and he was very possessive over that camera. It was a really good camera. In fact, it's still at home, to be fair, but no one really uses it. Whilst my brother was out, whilst he was at work, I'd sneak into his room, grab his camera, I don't know, go into town and sort of like take shots of...
You took it out the house.
Yeah, I know.
You're bad.
I know, yeah. I don't know how I got away with it. He still doesn't know to this day, to be fair. Like, so I'd go out, I'd take shots of, I don't know, town, flowers, bull ring, whatever, people, street photography. I'd do it all. And and then I made an Instagram page and started uploading the photos onto there.
So quite quickly.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it was really quick. So once I put up a few photos up onto Instagram, I started going to these networking events, and I was really cheeky. I was really cheeky in the sense that I went in.
He's
small as well, you know, he's very cheeky. It's all my area people.
Oh God.
Love it.
So, all right, yeah. So, Mum can tell you about that in a minute. So, I was cheeky in the sense I'd go to these business networking events, knowing that there's going to be loads of SMEs and startup companies. I used to go into those events and sell myself as a hotshot photographer, which I absolutely was not. And I used to show them these really pretty flowers that I took a photo of, or a new angle that I took a photo of the bull ring from. I continued doing that up until I actually got a booking, and I sort of I bricked it, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It was a fashion shoot I've never done. I've never shot people before in my life, so I just sort of I freelanced someone else to do it, basically. And I made a quick 50 quid, so I couldn't even complain. I didn't do any of the work apart from the networking, so.
So this sounds like you were quite savvy quite quickly, which, having met you, doesn't surprise me at all. What were your thoughts when Ahsen started picking up a camera, and were you aware that he was showing other people his work? What did you think? Like, oh no, not another one.
Starting, I got angry. I all the time shouting my son. I said, "What are you doing? You are no good boy. You're not listening me. Why finish your degree? You finish your degree."
Yeah, so this was whilst I was at university, and then
every day I took this, so I said, every day he's coming, and I said, he's coming back home, he's no studying, he's naughty boy. Yeah, he loves school. Starting, he's very, very happy, nursery happy, and his primary school is very happy. And there his teacher is so much love because he start dramas, and he's enjoy, and he's leader of school, school leader. He's finished primary school, then teacher called me and said, "You don't stop your child."
When I left in year 6, I was there. I was pretending I wasn't listening, but I was listening. I hear everything, to be fair.
Yeah, when he was doing his degree and he was coming home, and you were worried that he wasn't applying himself to his studies rather than taking photographs.
Puchariya, मैं यूनिवर्सिटी जांदा हुंदा सी, लेकिन मेरा तवज्जो उत्थे नहीं सीगा. मैं
Yeah, because he's little hard struggling in college, because one teacher there is little crack. I tell you true. She's angry, my son. He's stopped to study, and he's going inside something change, college time. And because there he's no happy. He's very good student, very good, very bright boy, but there he's very much struggling, college. He's suffering, going angry inside, and little bit he start anxiety, and he's going university because brother pushing. You go to university, you finish your degree, and this and that. He's going in university as well, is there as well, inside he's no happy. And then after that one day, I'm shocked, he's working. He's never tell me 2 years.
He didn't tell you what for 2 years?
No.
No.
I was doing photography as a profession.
Yeah.
I sort of
Juicy.
kept
Never told me. He's never told me.
And when did he
Secretly,
tell
secretly.
you? When did he tell you?
After 2 years, and I said, where you going every time?
God, I remember this. Where was I going? I think I was going to another networking event, but this time I was actually doing the
And
photograph.
he said, I know going university and I'm never finish my degree. And I said, why finish your degree? Only 8 months left over. You finish your degree. And he said, no, I never waste my time. Then I never force, because I know he's suffering start for college. And I said, maybe I'm shouting and then my son going wrong way. And my inside going scared.
Yeah.
That's why I never stop. I said, okay, you go on. I give you time, plenty time. You go enjoy your life, and then you come back and finish your degree. And he said, okay, please give me a time. And I definitely I finished degree, but he's liar.
Happy liar.
Yeah, big
Caught me.
liar. And making me fool. And
I
because I'm mom, I know.
I was
Making me
determined
lie.
though.
to you.
I was quite determined. I was really
Yeah.
determined to please my mum
Yeah.
and finish my degree in electrical engineering. But I mean, it just wasn't making me happy. I knew that if I completed it and then got a job as an engineer, the next 40 years of my life is just going to be dragging on, and I can't do that, honestly.
So how did it feel coming out to your mum in that respect? Like,
Ooh.
yeah, telling her I've been a
So-
secret photographer.
So I was incredibly fortunate in the sense that when I decided to drop out of university, I fell into a job that was around photography, actually. So it was a company that used to send me up and down the country. They gave me a car, they gave me cameras, they gave me everything. They used to send me up and down the country, going into school and doing the school photo day, basically. So when my mum saw that it was a bit of security, especially like the moment I came out of university, she sort of gave me that freedom to sort of explore it a bit more, and I took full advantage of it, honestly.
I guess the security thing made it, a
made
bit
it a bit
easier
easier, yeah.
to tell her. But still, it must have been.
It was
Quite
oh man,
quite a
I was
thing.
so upset in the thought of disappointing my mum. I sort of brushed it aside for weeks before I actually. I mean, what happened was, so my mum, she was sat in the van one day and she said, "Listen," she said, "be honest with me." She said, "What's your plan? What's happening in the future?" I used to lie to her and said, "Listen, this job is a bit part-time and I'll still be going to university," even though I most definitely was
Big
not.
liar.
She caught me out. She said, "Listen, just be honest with me. I'm not going to shout at you. There's no slap on the wrist. Just be honest." So I said, put my head down a bit and I said, "Mum, there's no more university. It's not happening." And she said, "Right, okay." You know what? She accepted it. She accepted it really, really well. Now that I think about it, yeah, she supported me, and I'm so grateful. Now that I think about it, I'm really, really grateful that she was there for me when I thought no one else was.
Were you worried about him not being happy? Were you ever worried about him not being happy, or was it that you thought that he would be more secure in another job role?
No, I'm happy with my son. My son, because he's struggling in college, that time I'm going scared. Because depression is very, very bad thing. He's going happy, then I'm going happy. This
Simple.
is I now bother for job security. I now bother for anything. I need my son. That's why I said, I go with you. I support you, and if you need anything, starting I lot of help as well. He said, Mom, I need £100, I need £200, and I said, okay, I sending you, okay, don't ask anybody. And I give plenty of money as well. I said, you go, you if you happy, and then you
so you trusted
done it
him.
now.
You trusted
of course
that,
I trust my all children.
So do you think you being creative yourself has something to do with
I
that?
know, is main thing. I think God is well artist. He's make world, he's make star, moon, is beautiful world. Is main God artist.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very poetic actually. I never.
And if is no anyone big for God. His job is artist job. Why is this is artist job is no good? I never think this one. But people, I know people is think my area as well. People think arts. What is this?
What's the role of the arts for you? Why do you do it?
I lose my ਕੀ ਕਹੀਦਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਨਹੀਂ because my
she where she wanted to reach she couldn't get to.
Yeah, that's why I support my son because
okay, I didn't know that.
My life going very hard. I suffer with my life. Is my ex-husband no good? I suffering too much. I'm very good lady, and before his wedding, I come down here. My dream is very big dream. I come England and I go to study, start again, and I do this one. But everything is finished, killed everything. And that time I'm going in is well depression. That's why I know what is depression.
I was thinking to myself the other day actually. I was thinking about like in a broader spectrum of things about how my mum migrated to this country to give, well, for the most part, herself a better standard of living, but also give herself a new career option where she could possibly, start something new, but start a family over here, and possibly give her children a much better chance than we would have had back home, to become doctors and engineers and lawyers and everything that's very, very respected in the Pakistani community. And I for a little while I felt like I sort of threw it all in her face by becoming an artist, but I mean, hearing everything that she's saying right now sort of solidifies how accepted I am. So yeah.
That's beautiful. I think that was my favourite conversation we have held. It was really, really lovely, and I want Shagufta to be my best friend. So I just want to say thank you to those that contributed, to Ahsen, to Shagufta, and to his sister Zanera, who was sat in the office as well. And thanks to those of you listening at home. This podcast is user built, so please head to the description or write in the comments to leave your feedback. Backlash Against The Bland is supported by the Space and Arts Council England through National Lottery funding. It's been hosted by me, Bethany Slinn, produced by Fabio Thomas, with graphic design by Bradley Morrison, audio-visual editing by Pete Stiles, animation by Malika Holder, and music by Earwax Addict. Like, subscribe, share and review, subscribe, review.